from multiple locations via the miracle of Skype. It's the LTN Hour. Let's talk NASCAR with your host, Todd Bailing. Co-host, Ed Kaluka. Featuring dangerous Dan Margetta. And Brian Schmidt. LTN is a caller-driven program, and your participation is encouraged by calling 414-421-7901. That's 414-421-7901. Now, the creator and host of the fastest hour in radio, Todd Bailing.
And welcome to the program. Glad you could join us. My goodness, we are smack dab right now in the middle of a double header weekend at Pocono. I hope you even realized that they raced a cup race yesterday at Pocono. Did you know that? Some people, I'm sure.
All of our fans did.
That's right. Like I, tripped over it by accident. A cup race?
I said all our fans did.
I know. Well, I hope you saw it because it was a whale of a race. Kyle Larson trying to make it 4 in a row in that 5 car came within one corner of pulling it off. He cut a right front tire down up into the wall. The car is not raceable for today's second half of the doubleheader. And Alex Bowman, fresh off of signing his 2-year extension on his contract, the ink is still wet, and he wins his 3rd race of the year. Just an outstanding race yesterday. And especially, listen to me, talking about my least favorite racetrack, Pocono, which has had historically some yawners over the years. They had a pretty damn good event there yesterday, and I hope you got to see it. Along with the Cup Series, the trucks raced earlier in the day, and I guess what's notable about that is that Kyle Busch didn't win it. His driver, John Hunter Nemechek, who is the real deal, it's pretty obvious, went ahead and won that one. Kyle finished second in yesterday's doubleheader and first race of the Cup doubleheader weekend, which is second half today. When this program ends, Xfinity Series will be racing. And it comes on NBCSN as soon as we finish up. The green flag for that one is at 11:24. If you don't normally watch the Xfinity Series, today would be a great day to watch it because it's the debut of Sam Mayer. Happy birthday, Sam. He turned 18 years old yesterday. He'll be in the number 8 Junior Motorsports car. He will start 20th on the field, and that kind of talent doesn't come along very often. So the pride of Franklin, the pride of Wisconsin, we hope the kid has a great career, and today is where it starts. Then coverage here on the Big 920 for today's Cup race begins at 1:30, and the green flag for that one, also on NBCSN, is at 2:49 this afternoon. So back-to-back races here, and big fun. The lineup today for today's Cup race, Ed Kaluka joining us from his home in West Bend. A little bit of a different start. We know that the cars, what you have under them, because they raced them yesterday, so there's no competition caution, and we're going to invert the top 20.
Well, yeah, thanks, Todd. We did the whole show in 5 minutes. See you later. No, that's all right. The inversion of the race today is pretty unique. The top 20 from the finish yesterday were completely inverted. So you have people like Chris Buescher, Michael McDowell, Martin Truex Jr. What is he doing up there? He burned like crap. Chester Bell has his problems. Eric Almirola, who normally runs better than that. So if you're going to do your fantasy league today, I would take the 19 and the 20 just for tips. But, yeah, it's kind of an upside down. If you finish 21st, you start in that position, and 21st to 40th or whoever is left start wherever they finished yesterday to run this afternoon's race. As far as the truck race yesterday, Johnny Sauter crashed on the first lap. It was fun to listen to him. He wasn't very happy, and he managed to eke out about a 30th place finish. The thing of it is, he has 2 races left to make the chase. That's Knoxville and the Glen. Not good at either one. So it could be 2 years in a row that Johnny misses the chase.
And of course, this, not really a good place in his career for that. He's one of the only drivers that doesn't have to buy his ride. And, with all these kids with grandpa's money out there knocking on the door, thank goodness, though, that team is more concerned about winning. And that'd be the other half of the issue. Yeah, a dirt track and a road course. And how many, Brian Schmidt, how many places or how many points does he have to make up?
Like 30. It's a lot, and it's tough. So I don't know.
31.
31. Yeah, Johnny's got to do a little bit of I don't know, if he doesn't do iRacing, now would be a good time to get on iRacing, figure out how to race at the Glen or at Knoxville.
And of course, our fourth wheel of this car is Dan Margetta, who is not just a radio guy. He is a videographer of some note. Welcome to the program, Dan.
Thanks. I'm just wondering, what does Alex Bowman and Derek Cope have in common?
Alex Bowman. Oh, they won on the last lap when a car went out and passed. Yeah. Like Earnhardt. That's not when Earnhardt hit the bird, is it?
No, that was next year. That was the year after. He cut the tire in 90, hit the bird in 91.
But a talent level is pretty much comparison.
Between,
Earnhardt and what's his name?
Kyle
Larson.
I
was going to say, don't compare Alex Bowman.
Yeah, don't sell Bowman short there.
No, not Alex Bowman. God, no, don't put him in that category. It was fun to hear Alex on the radio, though, coming down for the finish, that he was pretty much, okay, I got nothing for him. It's all over. He was kind of like a Debbie Downer. And then all of a sudden he's got a flat. And,
woohoo. Yeah, he says, listen, you'll lose him this way. I'll take it this way. Ed, the lineup today. Yesterday's top 20 inverted. Interesting.
Yeah, we did that. We did the Kurt Buescher, Michael Waltrip, all that. Yeah.
How many guys in that last race do you think lost a few spots just to start in the pole?
I would like to think, Dan, that guys don't race like that. But
I can't see anybody up there. Truex, maybe. Yeah, I could see him doing that. Bell, he's too competitive. Eric Almirola had no choice. He had his problems after running convincingly up front. Then he had some mechanical problems. But Ricky Stenhouse has been running much better than sixth. Now, Ricky, he might have done that sandbag deal. That's about all I could see up there that would do it that way. I mean, Kyle Larson with his flat tire, he didn't do that on purpose. He starts 12th.
Would have started
ninth.
Yeah,
he's going to start last. They're in the back today.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's in the back. One of the several cars that are going to start in the back. Kyle Larson, Ryan Newman is back there. Other cars who are competitive. Cole Custer. Ooh, that was a bad one. First car out. And Ross Chastain. All of those cars had to go to backup, including Corey LaJoie, Ryan Alfredo, and all those guys. They went to backup cars to start.
Your son Scott's listening. I'm sorry, Scott. I didn't mean to bring that up. It's 31 years since the tire blew in the 500. But
that's right.
Yes.
It's still
31 years.
Got a stick on them pretty bad. The not competition caution, stages today. Lap 30, lap 85, and this is a 140 lapper versus the 200 it usually was until, well, it was a 500 for a long time. They actually trimmed it down to 400, right, Dan? For several years.
Yeah, they've done that. Same with like Dover races, and now with the doubleheader, it's almost a pretty good fit. The doubleheader, those races are it's a nice enough length, and it keeps it kind of exciting.
And it really,
you know what I like about it? It ends early enough to get the Slinger for the feature start for the main. It gets early enough over to go to Slinger to watch the racing start.
There you go. And we're expecting a good crowd tonight with fireworks. Oh, by the way, so if you'd like to participate in the program, you can call us at 800. Excuse me, I almost said 800 again. 414-421-7901 is our number to call, and love to hear from you. As we mentioned, lots of things going on, not just in the world of racing, but we're getting ready for a big weekend coming up here in Wisconsin, like the biggest we've ever had. we'll be right back to talk a little about that.
From racing engines to street engines, long blocks to turnkey packages, or complete custom engines, just ask and Wagner Automotive can fill your needs. All backed by many years of racing experience. These years of experience have provided reliability and performance that customers need to win races. Wagner's has been building championship winning engines for top teams from NASCAR to short tracks in your backyard. This expertise has carried over to street engines they supply to top custom car builders. The Wagner Company, in the heart of Wisconsin, is outfitted with the state-of-the-art machinery necessary to design, manufacture, build, and test custom engines and their accessory parts. Dyno services are independently available for anyone needed to test their engine. Wagner's Company can also provide you or your company with production CNC machining or welding services. All your questions and requests are handled personally by Casey Wagner. Just give us a call at 920-394-3557 or visit our website at WagnerAutomotive.com.
It's a red, white, and blue weekend of family fun as Road America hosts the NASCAR Cup Series July 1st through the 4th in Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin. 4 huge days of stock cars featuring the NASCAR Cup, Henry 180 Xfinity, and Trans Am Series. Camp on site and catch every lap. Enjoy fan activities including autograph sessions and free family fun zone. And free admission for youth 16 and under. Get your printed home tickets today before they sell out at RoadAmerica.com. That's RoadAmerica.com. Come for the experience. Stay for the race. Road America, your national park of speed.
The summer heat is on, and PMF Landscape Supply in West Bend has everything you need with fresh mulch arriving daily. From premium hardwood mulch to hemlock and pine bark to EnviroMulch in red, gold, chocolate brown, and black colors. PMF also has a large variety of decorative stone and granite, as well as field stone, topsoil, and compost. For all your landscaping needs, visit PMF Landscape Supply, 5470 River Road in West Bend. Call 262-338-8800 or visit pmflandscape.com. Friends of racing for many years. PMF Landscape Supply in West Bend.
The NASCAR Cup Series.
Green flag goes in the air
at Pocono Raceway.
Almirola burns up the brakes getting in. He slides wide. They're 4 wide in turn 4.
The stars of NASCAR take on the tricky triangle.
Final time, checkered flag waving at the start-finish line, and Denny Hamlin wins the Pocono 350.
The Explore the Pocono Mountains 350.
Coverage starts at 1:30 today on Milwaukee's home for NASCAR, the Big 920.
And welcome back to the program. It's a busy little time at Road America these days. Last weekend, of course, we had the Indy cars there. A huge crowd, great race, great all the way around, just a wonderful event. And you would say to yourself, it might be kind of hard to top that one. Well, our dream is about to come true. Our mission is complete. They're going to race in the great state of Wisconsin at the premier road course on this green earth at Road America. And we are lucky enough to have the president of Road America, Mike Kircher, joining us on the program right now. Mike, it's a little bit like dying and going to heaven, only you didn't have to die.
Well, good morning, everybody. Yeah, I can assure you it's a lot of hard work and effort too on behalf of our team. So everybody's excited to get this going, and we're 1 week away from the big race, and I couldn't be more proud of where we're at this point.
Mike, are you looking at any potential issues as we're getting close here, or do you think you pretty much have everything covered?
Well, you'd always like to think you have things covered, but there's always things that come up, and we got a good team. Everyone's been working hard, and plus we've had a fair bit of events this year thus far. The IndyCar race is our fourth public event, so we've had a bit of practice here. Our Superbike race this year was very well attended as well. That was the a week prior to our IndyCar event. The IndyCar event, up significantly from prior years. It was really great to see all the race fans show up and support open wheel racing here in Wisconsin.
So, Mike, a couple of things that are a little different this event than what we've had for IndyCar and the other ones. Looking at the website here, I guess if you want to go over some of those things for our fans that are coming. First off, there'll be no transactions at the gate, so you want people to get their tickets ahead. And secondly, if you don't have a parking pass, you're going to park at the fairgrounds, correct? Can you talk a little bit about the things fans should expect when they're coming next week?
Yeah, you bet. I'd be happy to do that. It is a little out of the norm for us, but the event is actually a 4-day event. So we're just asking fans, if they need to make any transactions, do them earlier in the week. Don't show up on Sunday and try to buy a ticket at the gate. Do that in advance. Do it the day before if you're there, or do it online. A few other things too to help ease the burden of access. We've recently been watching a lot of NASCAR races and following along. And some of these venues have had some troubles with the fans getting in before the race, and we really want to avoid that. And that's one of the reasons why we partner with the Sheboygan County Fairgrounds, utilizing that facility as a car storage area, and we're bringing shuttles in from there. So we hope that'll help get everybody on site in a safe and efficient manner. So Sunday, no transactions at the gates. We're asking fans to show up with what they need. You also, if you're planning on parking on the property, you do have to buy a parking pass for Sunday only, and you can buy those online while they last. I've been asked a lot here over the course of the last few months, what is our limiting factor? And that truly is the amount of cars on site. We will have a jam-packed contingent of campers. We're sold out. Our campgrounds are totally filled. So that does limit some of the space for car parking. So, grab your friends, ride together, carpool, or park at the fairgrounds, and we'll get you to the event.
And once you're in the grounds, you're still going to have the freedom to maneuver around as much as you want. You're going to have the shuttles going, the trams going, so people can hop on there and get around the track. So that's going to be the same as what people usually expect at Road America?
You bet. We're up in the numbers. I think every piece of equipment we got or have access to will be in operation on Sunday. The trams will be running, and golf cart rentals and things like that are available for those that have done that in advance. While supplies last. But people will still have the freedom to move around, just not with their vehicles. We want to get the vehicles in, get them parked, and let the fans enjoy it. Enjoy the show. It's going to be spectacular.
It's sort of not like the IndyCar race where you can walk right up to the cars and see the people up close. NASCAR is a little bit different with what they do as far as access to the cars themselves, right?
Yeah, NASCAR implements a garage. So they have an area that they title their garage, and the space is really fenced off for crew and sponsors and things like that. So that is a little bit different, but we do have a contingent of support series that will be there for the weekend. So those spaces will be available for fans. The Trans Am Series has got a long history at Road America. It's over a 40-year history, and we'll continue that here next week. So there will be some areas accessible to fans from a paddock standpoint, but just not the NASCAR garage. That's something that it's not our decision. We'd love to open it up just as we do at the other events. And I've been lobbying hard for years with NASCAR to try to make that happen. But for this year, I can tell you it will be a closed garage.
They're a little hard-headed.
Yeah. Yeah. And Mike, on Sunday is probably the busiest day of the weekend, obviously with the main event there. What time are gates opening on Sunday morning? I guess people want to. I suppose everyone wants to get there early so you can get your spot a good enough time. And you'll have multiple gates open as well, right?
Yeah, we'll have all of our gates will be open. There's 4 fan access gates that will be open. Main gate, which is located off of Highway 67. Also, Gate 5. Gate 5 is a gate that a lot of fans don't know, we have. And the best way to get through it is, go up north of Elkhart Lake and cut over and come down from the north, and you can sneak right in Gate 5. It's actually very, very efficient. But also on the south end of the facility, 3 and 4. Gate 3 is typically where we have the golf carts. If you got a golf cart, we suggest come in Gate 3, park there, and pick up your cart. Camping is Gate 4, but on race day, all the gates are open. And we just ask fans if they got a parking pass to please enter in the gate that their pass says those passes are identified by gate. So that'll help, the efficiency of getting everybody in a safe manner for sure. And the gates open at 7 a.m. So we ask fans to get there early, plan ahead, expect delays. But we go hot at 8 a.m. in the morning. So there's a Trans Am race at 8 a.m. So we like to wake up, with engines and the smell of race fuel. It's how we do it.
That's beautiful, Mike. 1956 it was, right? The last one.
Yeah, correct. The Grand National Series. So it's been a little bit of time.
I guess it is, and for all of us are unbelievably excited for you, for Road America, for the state of Wisconsin, that they're finally racing back here again. And the best of luck to you next weekend, man. We're just excited as hell, and can't wait to see you.
Well, thanks, guys. I appreciate you having me on here this morning. We'll see you soon.
Mike Kircher, president of Road America, going to be on the map next week, that's for sure. The 1st through the 4th, Thursday through Sunday. We'll be right back.
As a growing manufacturing company, we needed security solutions. We chose Bonafide because of the services they offer, pricing, and trusted reputation. But it's their outstanding service and support that convinced us we made the right choice with Bonafide.
When businesses need security, they contact Bonafide Security Solutions. From locks and alarms to safes and surveillance, we do it all. We are Bonafide. We protect what you value. For your free security survey, call us today or visit bonafidesafe.com.
Miller Sales and Service is the Midwest's #1 Bravo trailer dealer for customer service and satisfaction. Serving the area since 1939, Miller's is located on the corner of Highway 57 and K in Random Lake. As the Midwest's #1 Bravo trailer dealer, Miller's has all kinds of Bravo trailers from 8 feet to 48 feet in stock. They also have a selection of B&B utility and dump trailers, reliable and Chilton open aluminum and steel trailers. With over 50 pre-owned low-mileage cars, trucks, and SUVs, Miller's has just the vehicle you are looking for. Miller's also carries a full line of Alumacraft boats and Manitou pontoon boats, complete with Evinrude outboards. Why not buy from racers who know what racers want and need? With Miller's Sales and Service on the corner of Highway 57 and K in Random Lake. Call Jerry, Tom, or Brad Miller today at 920-994-4358. That's Miller's Sales and Service, 920-994-4358.
The NASCAR Xfinity Series.
They climb the hill, across start finish, green flag is in the air.
On track at Road America.
Cuts across the nose of Noah Gragson Chevy. Hudson has to stab the brake one more time on it.
Here comes Cindric, diving down to the inside. 3 wide for a moment, and so does Noah Gragson. He missed his mark. He slides off of turn 5. So too does Josh Malicki.
It's the Henry 180.
Saturday, coverage starts at 1 o'clock. Brought to you by Jockey on the Big 920.
It's a big news week in NASCAR, too. A lot of things going on. We lost a Hall of Famer this week, Jack Ingram, who has a couple of hundred wins in what is now the Xfinity Series, and was one of the old-timers, really, that from the inception of NASCAR almost. Ed, you've known Jack Ingram for a long time, haven't you?
Yeah, since the early 80s, and always been a close friend with him, and got a lot of things, anytime I had a question about the Busch car, Jack, I'd talk to him about it. He was a great friend and quite a guy.
Hall of Famer, too. And it was pretty interesting listening. I don't know if you guys caught that yesterday. Dale Jarrett talked about his experiences with Jack Ingram over the years. It sounds like, more than anything else, other drivers just had a lot of respect for that guy. You almost couldn't help it because he was around so long. He knew so much. He was willing to talk to people about what he knew. But, boy, I guess he was a real SOB to race against.
He reminds me of Jimmy Spencer, that kind of attitude towards the racing. He was took no prisoners ever. He was a bull in a china shop.
There you go.
He had a win here at Milwaukee. I think it was like the second year they came up here. They came in 84 and in 85 it was him and Rick Mast. It was a pretty slam side by side, banging doors, everything kind of finished. I think Ingram won it.
And passed away this week at the age of 84. Rest in peace. Well, NASCAR in the meantime has got a couple of things going on that I think are pretty noteworthy. First of all, Jack Roush, RFR Racing, has told all of their sponsors that Brad Keselowski has agreed to come over and become a part owner of the of Roush Fenway, which is going to be called Roush Fenway Keselowski Racing. He's going to take over the number 6 car. At least that's the way it's set up right now. Who knows, how that could change over there from now until he's actually in the door. But this is pretty important for not just for Roush Fenway, but they're trying to win a championship over there at Penske with arguably the best driver they've had in the last several years. And now I guess things are kind of ugly. They don't even invite Brad Keselowski to their debriefs on Monday where they all talk about the race car and what's going on. It must be kind of touchy, don't you guys think?
I would imagine so. I mean, especially when I think they were kind of blindsided by it at Penske. I mean, I knew that this is Brad's last, contract year there, but I'm not sure they really knew somebody, was going to take him off the, just kind of swipe him off the table like that. And the ownership deal, I think, was a big part of that. And it was kind of came out of nowhere, really.
So
I don't think he's going to get the A stuff anymore.
No, I don't.
Might get the B stuff.
Ed, I'd agree with that, but they are trying to win a championship, and it's, certainly within the realm of could happen, for sure.
Well, one of the interesting part about it is going into 2022, there's nothing at all you're going to take with you to 2022. No knowledge, nothing about the race cars. Everything is a clean sheet of paper the start of the year. So it's not like he's going to take any top secrets that they have from the 2021 car over to 2022. So I don't see why, why would you shut him out? It's just,
yeah. Don't be jerks about it. I mean, what's he going to take with him?
Remember when they made the crew chief switches at Penske a year or two ago, and we thought Brad got the short end of that deal because they thought he wasn't going to stick around either. And then it turned out it actually worked out better. I mean, they knew what they were doing because Brad kind of brought up his crew chief and everybody else across the board. It worked out. But I remember when that was going on, we thought, oh boy, maybe Brad won't be anymore because of the whole 3 crew chiefs, they took Paul Wolf away from him and they gave him the other guy, and he actually ended up doing better when the other guy came around because it all worked out. But in the beginning, we all thought,
They might have known right then.
Yeah, well, that's what we thought. So in the end, it worked out where they knew what they were doing because all 3 teams, rose up.
Yep, it was good for everyone involved, and good for Penske, good for old man Cindric, which leads me to the other half of the equation there. What happens to Austin Cindric? He was scheduled to replace Guido in the 21 car. Now the 2 car is open, and you couldn't convince me that he's not now the guy who's going to go and take over the 2 car. But the question would then be also, what happens to Guido? Is he still going to stick around in the 21 car next year? Because the Benedetto isn't exactly lighting the world on fire. There are other people that would say he's doing exactly what the 21 car is capable of. The thing is, it's a complete Penske deal right down the line, right? I mean, the Wood Brothers' name's on the door, but it's a Penske car, Ed, right?
Oh, it's in the Penske shop, right, Dan?
I've seen it in there. I mean, it's I don't know if it stays there all the time, but it spends a lot of time in that shop. And I think with the Benedetto, right now he's an okay fit there, but if somebody better came along, I think they would move to that. De Benedetto's got to close the deal. He's had so many times to win races now, and he just seems to not be able to do that, and that's going to hold over your head for a while until you can show everybody that you can get that job done. So I think if somebody better came along, I think they would go with that driver. But for now, he's okay where he's at.
Yeah, there's really nobody.
What?
Go ahead. There's really nobody in the Ford pipeline. You think? I mean, right now you got Riley Herbst running around in that Stuart Haas Ford entry. That's really the only decent Ford out there, other than Cindric in the Xfinity Series, and Riley's certainly not ready to move up there. So I would say, right now, Guido's a perfect fit for that ride, and I would say Cindric definitely in the 2 car, and I think he could be a threat right away once he's in the 2 car.
Well, don't look just at Ford. I mean, you
right,
go steal
You're
somebody
right,
else
Dan.
to do it.
Yeah,
You bet. There's nothing saying they won't go somewhere else to look for a driver. But, the the bad part of all this is Hendrick is just making everybody look bad.
Oh my God!
It's just amazing how much head and shoulders they are above their competition. It's almost like watching Mercedes in Formula One. It's just they're on top of the pile right now.
You got that nailed right there, Ed. We'll be back.
It's a red, white, and blue weekend of family fun as Road America hosts the NASCAR Cup Series July 1st through the 4th in Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin. 4 huge days of stock cars featuring the NASCAR Cup, Henry 180 Xfinity, and Trans Am Series. Camp on site and catch every lap. Enjoy fan activities including autograph sessions and free family fun zone. And free admission for youth 16 and under. Get your printed home tickets today before they sell out at roadamerica.com. That's roadamerica.com. Come for the experience, stay for the race. Road America, your national park of speed.
As a growing manufacturing company, we needed security solutions. We chose Bonafide because of the services they offer, pricing, and trusted reputation. But it's their outstanding service and support that convinced us we made the right choice with Bonafide.
When businesses need security, they contact Bonafide Security Solutions. From locks and alarms to safes and surveillance, we do it all. We are Bonafide. We protect what you value. For your free security survey, call us today or visit bonafidesafe.com.
The NASCAR Cup Series.
Green flag goes in the air
at Pocono Raceway.
Almirola burns up the brakes getting in. He slides wide. They're 4 wide in turn 4.
The stars of NASCAR take on the tricky triangle.
Final time, checkered flag waving at the start-finish line, and Denny Hamlin wins the Pocono 350.
The Explore the Pocono Mountains 350.
Coverage starts at 1:30 today on Milwaukee's home for NASCAR, the Big 920.
Well, Ed just knocked on the door of the story about Hendrick Motorsports. Are they on top of the world right now? Oh my God, I just can't believe. Are they going to run the table with their 4 drivers? That, it sounds silly, but if anybody has looked any better, I wonder when that has been. It's just absolutely amazing. So what happens this week? I mean, it's not just enough that since we've been on the air last, Kyle Larson won the Nashville race, stunk it up, as a matter of fact. And that was his 3rd straight win. Yesterday was in position to win his 4th straight win and hits the wall. And another Hendrick driver, Bowman, is waiting right there. I mean, that's how on top of the world they are. Now we're going to talk about the other end of Hendrick Motorsports. Jeff Gordon has resigned his position on Fox, which was a pretty nice position. Work half a year, get paid, 7 figures easy for your work there. And he gave it up, and he will become the vice chairman and co-owner of Hendrick Motorsports. This is absolutely a perfect placement of a guy who deserves the spot. He will be in charge of, the only person he answers to is Mr. Hendrick himself. He is going to be number 2 on the totem pole. What a great move for Jeff Gordon, you guys. And
that die was cast. That die was cast when they hired Jimmy Johnson.
Long ago.
The day that Jimmy Johnson came to work there, Jeff Gordon became part owner of Hendrick on that day. And it's been growing ever since. I'm curious as what's going to happen to the car industry side of Hendrick Motorsports. How many dealerships does he have? 134 or something like that?
Oh, good God.
What an industry, huh?
He's 71 years old, and he's finally looking to the future. What he said was, when they made the announcement, he has no intention of retiring. However, what this does do is kind of open the door. There's a path to retirement now. I'm sure Ricky Hendrick would have been the guy in charge by this time if he hadn't died in that unfortunate plane crash as they were flying into Martinsville. So Jeff Gordon is the next closest thing that Hendrick has to a son, and this is a perfect position. Hendrick, when he does want to back away, will be very good to know that everything's going to be in good hands. Will somehow he sell Hendrick Motorsports to Jeff Gordon? I don't know how that stuff works, but he will be able to retire and become a race fan, right?
Jeff Gordon is heir apparent, and bringing in Chad Knaus to overhaul and manage the entire racing side of it, that's secured that position with Hendrick for years to come. So with those two at the helm, they're going to be tough to beat.
Amen. And look at them now, and look how they're positioning themselves for the future. It's pretty scary. I guess the one thing we have going for those of us who like to think, I hope it isn't all Hendrick for the next 20 years, is we don't know what they're going to get next year. Everybody's going to be on somewhat of an equal footing. Yes, it's going to be all about the people. And if there's one thing Hendrick has managed to do is surround himself with the best possible people. And I think that's been his secret over the years.
Well, that's been the leg up for Hendrick because they, in fact, have a team principal. That would be Chad Knaus. At Gibbs, that they don't have that guy. At Roush, they do not have that guy. Like Robbie Reiser was actually the team principal at Roush. And it's important to have that guy that's that smart to oversee the operation day-to-day mechanical part of the deal. And they're lacking that at Gibbs. And I think it shows up in their performance.
The second half of the equation is who will replace Jeff Gordon on Fox. One thing we know, if you think, oh, that's a slam dunk, Kevin Harvick would be perfect. They asked Harvick about it, and what Kevin said was he is not interested in ending his racing. He loves racing. He wants to continue to race. He's in his 40s. However, it's arguably the best ride he's ever had, or at least up to this year over at Stewart Haas Motorsports. So, if it's not Harvick, what do we think is going to happen? Who's going to replace him? Now, remember, if you'll keep this in mind, Fox last season went with one announcer while they waited for Clint Boyer to retire. Are they going to do the same thing and have Mike Joy and Clint Boyer while they wait for Harvick to retire? We don't know that Harvick is going to retire after next year, really.
Or even be the guy for the job.
Ed, we could all come up with an idea. It has been I would tell anybody that wanted to hear the best possible guy to slip behind the microphone is Chad Knaus, and you just gave us the best reason on earth why that's not going to happen, just because he is in such a good place with Hendrick Motorsports. Chad Knaus is absolutely brilliant as an announcer. I think he's the best there is, and he's not going to get the job. But then the question...
Well, I look no further than the people who are on their weekly show for NBCSN to have somebody that's step into that place.
From NBC to jump over to Fox?
What about Larry? Bring Larry back in the booth.
Yeah, that's when I think Larry and Clint would be awesome. I think Clint needs another person in there to feed off of, to go back and forth with, because him and Jeff did a good job going back and forth.
Yep.
I don't know if Mike's that guy, so it would be great to have Larry back in there.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that is a good idea.
No, I'm thinking about the Fox Weekly show.
Oh,
the talent that's on there to move somebody over.
They do have some pretty good people, and they're all warming up in the bullpen. Who's gonna be ready to move up?
And Jamie's another one. Jamie McMurray is on there all the time. Drew Blickensderfer's on some of their shows quite a bit. I don't know if any of those guys would be, put Jamie and Clint in there. It's kind of nice to have a crew chief in there, though. That was the only thing that was missing this year with having Jeff and Clint, but you still had Larry doing his thing. It's always neat to have both sides of the story there.
I agree with that. And I think that would probably be a good place, actually, for, what if they bring a female up? Is that possible?
It's possible.
Yeah, I mean, Jamie Little's been doing their ARCA stuff
Right.
now. She's in the booth with that.
Yes.
I mean, I just hope to God it's not Michael Waltrip. That's all I'm saying.
God,
We got to
no.
deal with him.
Please,
We got to deal with him on
please,
Saturdays
please.
and Fridays. I mean, please, let's hope that's not the position to go in. But that's
Or
my
his
biggest fear.
Cohart that's doing the trucks too. He's terrible.
Well, there's a lot of possibilities. And if you have a good idea who you might recommend for that job, you can give us a call at 414-421-7901 and give us your suggestion. We'll be right back.
Miller Sales and Service is the Midwest's #1 Bravo trailer dealer for customer service and satisfaction. Serving the area since 1939, Miller's is located on the corner of Highway 57 and K in Random Lake. As the Midwest's #1 Bravo trailer dealer, Miller's has all kinds of Bravo trailers from 8 feet to 48 feet in stock. They also have a selection of B&B utility and dump trailers, reliable and Chilton open aluminum and steel trailers. With over 50 pre-owned low-mileage cars, trucks, and SUVs, Miller's has just the vehicle you are looking for. Miller's also carries a full line of Alumacraft boats and Manitou pontoon boats, complete with Evinrude outboards. Why not buy from racers who know what racers want and need? With Miller's Sales and Service on the corner of Highway 57 and K in Random Lake. Call Jerry, Tom, or Brad Miller today at 920-994-4358. That's Miller's Sales and Service, 920-994-4358.
It's a red, white, and blue weekend of family fun as Road America hosts the NASCAR Cup Series July 1st through the 4th in Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin. 4 huge days of stock cars featuring the NASCAR Cup, Henry 180 Xfinity, and Trans Am Series. Camp on site and catch every lap. Enjoy fan activities including autograph sessions and free family fun zone. And free admission for youth 16 and under. Get your printed home tickets today before they sell out at roadamerica.com. That's roadamerica.com. Come for the experience, stay for the race. Road America, your national park of speed.
The summer heat is on, and PMF Landscape Supply in West Bend has everything you need with fresh mulch arriving daily. From premium hardwood mulch to hemlock and pine bark to EnviroMulch in red, gold, chocolate brown, and black colors. PMF also has a large variety of decorative stone and granite, as well as field stone, topsoil, and compost. For all your landscaping needs, visit PMF Landscape Supply, 5470 River Road in West Bend. Call 262-338-8800 or visit pmflandscape.com. Friends of racing for many years. PMF Landscape Supply in West Bend.
The NASCAR Xfinity Series.
They climb the hill, across start finish, green flag is in the air.
On track at Road America.
Cuts across the nose of Noah Grexon's Chevy. Grexon has to stab the brake one more time on it.
Here comes Cindric, diving down to the inside. 3 wide for a moment, and so does Noah Grexon. He missed his mark. He slides off of turn 5. So too does Josh Malicki.
It's the Henry 180.
Saturday coverage starts at 1 o'clock. Brought to you by Jockey on the Big 920.
The LTN Hour presents Dirt on the Dirt with Brian Schmidt.
Yes, this is definitely the busy part of the season here. We'll start Wednesday in LaSalle, Illinois. The UMP Summer Nationals were there, 5,000 to win for the Super Late Models. Brian Shirley was your winner. Thursday night up in Princeton, Minnesota, the land of 10,000 lakes, IMSA Modified Tour was there. 83 modifieds showed up, 71 stock cars, 5,000 win for the modifieds. Jesse Glentz was your winner. He was driving the 99 car owned by Ricky Lemons, same car that Kenny Wallace drove at 141 the week prior. So that is definitely a good car. Mike Mullen was 7th. Benji Lacrosse was 8th of your Wisconsin contingent. In the stock cars, Jordan Grabowski was your 5,000 winner. Eric Arneson of Ocano Falls finished 2nd. Devin Snellenberger was 3rd. The Wisconsin guys were showing their presence out in Minnesota. Sarver, Pennsylvania, Thursday night, the first night of the Morton Buildings World of Outlaw Late Model Series Firecracker 100, 6,000 to win for the preliminary feature. Brandon Shepard was your winner. And in Jackson, Minnesota, the World of Outlaw NOS Energy Drink Sprint Cars were there for the Eggco Jackson Nationals. Night number 1, Kerry Madsen was your winner. He's driving Tony Stewart's 14 car. Friday night at Plymouth, the 4th annual Russ Scheffler Tribute was held for the late models. $2,874 to win. Ron Berna of Green Bay picked up the win there. Brad Miller was leading that race, had a nasty, nasty flip. If you've been on social media, you'll probably see pictures of it or video of it. Dan had video of it on his pay-per-view he was doing. Dan, that was scary. I was scared when I saw that.
Yeah, that was a rough tumble. I mean, he got all the way over, and the first hit hard enough that it sent him over a bunch more. And there were some pretty tough licks on the track to roll over and end like that. I'm glad to see him get out.
Is it available to be seen anywhere?
Yeah, it's at the watchfye.tv.
Yeah, and there's some cell phone videos out there, too, of it. But shout out to MB Customs who built his car. He did well, and it did what it had to do there. So Brad will probably be a little bit sore, but I'm sure he'll be back. In the 360 sprints Friday night, Travis Aarons was your winner, and the Grand Nationals was Will Source. Chilton Gravity Park Speedway Friday night, the mods John Schultz, Grand Nationals Jason Dyer, stock cars was Dave Boucher. Seymour, the Outagamie County Speedway, in the IMCA Modifieds, Jason Sharapata was your winner. The stock cars was Chris Van Oyen. Jim Falls, Wisconsin.
And that thing up at Seymour?
Yeah.
Sport Mods, Elijah Koenig was the winner. He's a regular listener, and he's been asking, how come everybody win races, you don't say something? They don't give us the results. Well, congratulations to Elijah Koenig.
Nice job.
That's good. That's good. Jim Falls, Wisconsin, Friday night, the Eagle Valley Speedway, the Wissota Modifieds, Matt Lear was your winner. Superior, the Gondik Law Speedway, in the Wissota Modifieds, it was Brandon Kopp. Brainerd, Minnesota, night number 2 of the Land of 10,000 Lakes IMCA Modified Tour, 5,000 to win again for the mods. Tanner Black was your winner. Mike Mullen of Wisconsin finished second of the 86 Modifieds there. 5,000 win for the stock cars. Jordan Grabowski won again. Eric Malik of Green Bay finished third, and Devin Snellenberger was fourth of the 78 stock cars that was there. Sycamore, Illinois, Friday night, the UMP Summer Nationals 10,000 win. Brian Shirley picked up the win again. Night number 2 in Pennsylvania at Lernerville for the Firecracker for the World of Outlaw late models. Brandon Overton was your winner. Jackson, Minnesota, night number 2 for the Jackson Nationals. Kerry Madsen won again in Tony Stewart's 14 car, so they got that Ford rolling. Last night, lots and lots of rainouts. Shawano's Dirt King race was rained out. That'll be next week. Beaver Dam, Wilmot, Cedar Lake, Rice Lake, the Lucas Oil Series at Deer Creek, the Summer Nationals at I-55, the $50,000 win Jackson Nationals for the World of Outlaw Sprint Cars. That's been postponed to today. Those are all rainouts. One track in Wisconsin race last night, Ashland, Wisconsin, the ABC Raceway. And the mods, Neil Baldick was your winner. Final night of the Land of 10,000 Lakes series for the IMCA Modifieds up in Brainerd, Minnesota. $10,000 to win for the Modifieds. Ethan Dotson was your winner. Mike Mullen finished third of the 88 Modifieds there. $10,000 to win for the IMCA stock cars. Wisconsin's own, actually Luxembourg, Wisconsin's Benji Lacrosse topped the 75 cars that were there. He was their winner. Luke Lemons, also from Green Bay, he finished second. So the Wisconsin guys kicked major butt up there. Rossburg, Ohio, Eldora Speedway. This was the companion event to the SRX race last night, the USAC Silver Crown Series. Tyler Courtney was your winner. And finally in Starver, Pennsylvania, the World of Outlaw Morton Buildings Late Model Series Firecracker 100, $30,000 to win. That went to Brandon Overton, and that's probably like chump change compared to what he won 2 weeks ago when he won both of those dreams, but I'm sure he'll take it. So he is the dominant late model guy this year for sure. And that is everything this week.
Well, it's
who won the XRS race.
Oh, we never did mention that, did we? SRX. Well, I'll do that with the rest of our stock car stuff. Ed, how about that? Because we got to talk about something. Because Thursday at State Park Wausau and WIR in Kaukauna. Friday at Madison, they were supposed to run Silver Crown. And yesterday at the Dells, Jefferson, and Rockford, all rained out. They were able to race Friday night at Golden Sands, and Justin Mondyke was your winner. Slinger Speedway was rained out last week, but that is not going to be the case tonight. Whatever showers are supposed to be moving through are going to be gone by about this time. And tonight is the last weekend before the 4th of July, which is traditionally fireworks night. So we've got super late models, and not just super late models, folks. This is the last super late model show before the Slinger Nationals. And so not only will we have our regular group there, but we're going to have Max Kaler of Caledonia, Illinois, who's another one of the Kowicki candidates this year. Jesse Love from California, who is driving a Wimmer car. We've got Zach Telford from Idaho, who's trying to learn the track. The return of Grant Griesbach as he tries to get ready for the Nationals. It's just been a pretty crazy. We're going to have a crazy amount of cars tonight to join the regular group, and plus we have fireworks for tonight at Slinger Speedway.
Fireworks.
So it'll be a great night for racing at Slinger Speedway tonight, and looking forward to seeing you there. And how are we doing on time here? We got almost, yeah. I tell you what, when we come back after a break, Brian is going to tell us a little bit about the 4-day Road America schedule coming up. Oh, yeah. Oh, by the way, the SRX series, sorry. Tony Stewart holds off track local guy Cody Swanson and wins for the second week in a row on the dirt at his own track Is that suspicious? I don't think it is. We'll be right back.
From racing engines to street engines, long blocks to turnkey packages, or complete custom engines, just ask and Wagner Automotive can fill your needs. All backed by many years of racing experience. These years of experience have provided reliability and performance that customers need to win races. Wagner's has been building championship winning engines for top teams from NASCAR to short tracks in your backyard. This expertise has carried over to street engines they supply to top custom car builders. The Wagner Company, in the heart of Wisconsin, is outfitted with the state-of-the-art machinery necessary to design, manufacture, build, and test custom engines and their accessory parts. Dyno services are independently available for anyone needed to test their engine. Wagner's Company can also provide you or your company with production CNC machining or welding services. All your questions and requests are handled personally by Casey Wagner. Just give us a call at 920-394-3557 or visit our website at WagnerAutomotive.com.
It's a red, white, and blue weekend of family fun as Road America hosts the NASCAR Cup Series July 1st through the 4th in Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin. 4 huge days of stock cars featuring the NASCAR Cup, Henry 180 Xfinity, and Trans Am Series. Camp on site and catch every lap. Enjoy fan activities including autograph sessions and free family fun zone. And free admission for youth 16 and under. Get your printed home tickets today before they sell out at RoadAmerica.com. That's RoadAmerica.com. Come for the experience, stay for the race. Road America, your national park of speed.
Looking for exciting racing? Then be at the Fair Park in Plymouth this Saturday. Late models, wing sprints, Grand National.
The NASCAR Cup Series.
Green flag goes in the air.
At Pocono Raceway.
Almirola burns up the brakes getting in. He slides wide. They're 4 wide in turn 4.
The stars of NASCAR take on the Tricky Triangle.
Final time, checkered flag waving at the start-finish line, and Denny Hamlin wins the Pocono 350.
The Explore the Pocono Mountains 350.
Coverage starts at 1:30 today on Milwaukee's home for NASCAR, the Big 920.
All right, Brian, we got the Cup Series coming to Road America in the state of Wisconsin, but that's Sunday, and there's a lot going on before that, starting Thursday, the 1st of July.
Yeah, that's correct. Thursday is a big day of practice for the Trans Am Series, and it's primarily the Trans Am 2 cars. And for those people not familiar with the Trans Am 2 car, the best way to kind of describe those cars is they're like a super asphalt super late model, kind of built for road racing. They're very cool looking cars, fast looking cars. And the names they have there's 35 cars entered for that race, and these guys will be testing to 3 different times on the track on Thursday. Christopher Bell, Sam Mayer, Ryan Newman, Adam Andretti, Harrison Burton, William Byron, Austin Dillon, and Riley Herbst are all entered in that race. Wow. So if you go out Thursday, you'll be seeing those guys on the track during the day. Thursday, they start already at 8 o'clock. The last practice session rolls off at 1:30. And Thursday night is the big IRA sprint car race over at Sheboygan County Fair Park. Chase Briscoe is going to be there running. We don't know if any others are going to show up. I guess the only way to know is to go there, buy a ticket, and see who shows up, because it could be any number of different sprint car guys. Friday, they test again. The regular Trans Am Series shows up. Those are the cool-looking Corvettes and Camaros and cars like that. Some of the names you'll see there, Boris Said is back in the series. So Boris Said will be running his Monster Energy Dodge Charger. Chris Dyson is in there. Ernie Francis, the guy you see every week on the SRX series, that's his bread and butter. He'll be racing or practicing on Friday. They practice 8:30 and 11:30 with the regular Trans Am Series cars. They come back and qualify the TA2 cars at 1 o'clock. Trans Am has their second practice for the Open Trans Am at 1:30. And then finally, the NASCAR Xfinity Series takes to the track at 3 o'clock Friday afternoon for their one and only 50-minute practice. On Saturday, they qualify the Trans Am cars starting at 8 o'clock in the morning. The NASCAR Xfinity Series will practice at 10:35 Saturday morning. I think they do group qualifying for that, 2 different groups, I believe. The Cup Series finally takes to the track at 11:35 for their 50-minute practice session on Saturday. So that's going to be the first time those guys will take the track, the only time they'll take to the track. The driver introductions for the NASCAR Xfinity Series takes place at 12:55. 1:30 is green flag for the Xfinity Series race. It's 45 laps. Stages are 10, 20, and 45. And then after that, at 4:45, is the TA2 race. So that's when you'll see Christopher Bell, Sam Mayer, and all those guys race. So stick around Saturday night. That'd be a great race to watch. On Sunday, the Trans Am Series main event goes green at 8 o'clock in the morning. Bright and early to see Boris Said, see if he's wide awake to race at that time. The Cup Series qualifies at 10:05 on Sunday. They do driver introductions at 1 o'clock, and green flag for the Jockey 250 presented by Quick Trip is at 1:30 next week, Sunday. So that is a 250-mile race, 62 laps. Stages are 14, 29, and then it ends at lap 62. So it's a long enough race. The Indy cars last week ran 55 laps, so it's 7 laps longer than that.
And a 250-miler next week. So, guys, it's amazing, isn't it? Our dream is kind of come true here that we finally get a cup race in the state of Wisconsin. I mean, we started doing this program in 1985, and we've been angling for it. We kind of gave up on it, really, after it was obvious that the Wisconsin State Fairgrounds wasn't going to be able to get a race. And lo and behold, we've got a world-class facility that is more than perfect for a cup race.
And the weekend is perfect. I mean, you're doing it on the 4th of July weekend at America's National Park of Speed. So, I mean, was that about a year ago at this time, Dan, when we started hearing rumblings about that during IndyCar weekend, and we're like, is this really going to be a reality? And boy, time flies. It doesn't seem that long ago. That
you don't want to believe it until you saw it, because we've come so close, and it's been such a deal. You almost, like Todd said, you almost kind of gave up on it. When the cup cars are on the track for that first practice, it's going to be kind of a cool feeling. I'm going to be thinking all those years that we tried to do this or tried to have it happen, and really, thought it was going to happen, and it wasn't. It's going to be a neat moment right there when that first cup car takes to that track. But think about this whole week, guys. You got, there's Road America. Then you got the Slinger Nationals coming up on Tuesday. Then you got the SRX thing the week after. This is it. This is Christmas in July for us race fans, and it's kicking off today.
Amen, brother. I mean, it really is. And what fun it'll be for all of us involved. Hey, guys, speaking of Slinger Speedway, and this is just a little thought here. Over the years, it's been fun to watch the racing at Slinger Speedway because it was a finesse track. And it seems like over the last couple of years, it's turned from finesse to aggression. And the guys are racing so aggressively that it seems like the art of passing someone without touching them is a thing of the past. These guys seem to want to body slam everybody that they try to pass, or they can't get by them. And rather than just drive around them or race them, we're getting contact all over the track. The problem with that is, super late model racing, folks. I don't know if you've noticed, but the car counts have gone down because it is such an expensive form of motorsports. And, when you got to fix a car weekly that someone has run into, you talk about an expensive sport that continues to get more expensive. This probably is as big a problem for the car counts as any, that we need to stop fixing cars every week and worry about dialing a car in from one week to the next and cleaning it up and taking the same car back without having to fix fenders and all that sort of thing. So,
and we see the capability is there, because when we watch Rich Bickle in that 4-car run door handle to door handle, lap after lap for the lead of the race, is much more exciting than watching a couple of guys bang each other.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's a finesse thing, Ed, you were with probably one of the greatest finesse racers on a short track I'd ever seen when you were with Butch Miller. That guy was as smooth as silk. He could get by anybody without touching them. And it was you talk about an art form right there.
Yeah, it sure is. And it's Albert was the same way. I mean, Albert raced clean. The Conrad Morgan always raced clean, and it's capable of being done. The racetrack has definitely 2 grooves to race in. There's no reason to go out there and start banging each other.
Let all that banging be for the SRX race, for Paul Tracy. That'd be good for him, But for our guys at Slinger, let's see if we can pass without running into somebody. Ooh, wouldn't that be a treat? We're getting ready to race the Xfinity race. Sam Mayer's debut is coming up. And right after that, don't you worry about it. Right here on the Big 920, we've got today's race from Pocono, Pennsylvania, second half of the doubleheader. Be sure to tune in. For all of us, thanks for being here. And we want you to remember, real race cars have doors, even if they do climb in through the windows. Let's Talk NASCAR is produced and directed by Dangerous Dan Margetta. Our in-house engineer, website coordinator, and king of the knobs is Matt Hangover Losi. for all of us. We appreciate you tuning in, and we'll see you next week at Road America.
This program has come to you live from multiple locations via Skype. Any and all comments expressed on this show do not necessarily express the opinions of this station, its employees, or advertisers. Your comments are always welcome at mail@ltnradionetwork.com. Find us at facebook.com/LTN Radio Network. And thank you for your support since 1985. Tune in again next Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Central Time for the LTN Hour on the LTN Radio Network.